This segment is sponsored by Goodyear Courtesy Tire and Automotive of Tacoma. Award-winning service at the Tacoma Mall.
Seahawks fans, come on. Let's go. Come on, get after it. Let's go, Hawk fans. Let's go. Who's ready for a win today? Who's ready for a win? You ready? Yeah. You ready for a win? Yeah. I smell victory in the air. Yeah, I smell a playoff victory in the air. Let's go, Hawk fans. Pete on the Street, Best Fans Video Podcast, playoff edition as we get ready to kick off a game against the Lions. Yeah, baby, I'm gonna need you to suit up. I'm gonna need all you guys to suit up. It's a big game today, and all right, coming up, we got Spike O'Neal. He's gonna break down the game. Of course, the fisherman Jeff Aaron's gonna be by. No, I almost choked on my gum. Yeah, man, because you know if you're gonna be Pete Carroll, gotta have the bubble yum. All right, we've been having a lot of fun. You've seen some of the pregame and tailgating that we've been doing. Seahawks right there. We've been having so much fun, and it's all because of you, the 12s. So we're gonna hang out with Dallas Hawk and Bales in the Beast Bus, and the folks on the Beast Bus got it going on. If you've been there, you know what I mean, and if you haven't, you gotta check them out. It's so much fun. But first up, Spike O'Neal, right? Is that? They're telling me it's Spike O'Neal. Spike O'Neal's up. Let's go, Spike.
Thanks, Matt. Well, Hawks did what they had to do Saturday, beating the Detroit Lions. They kept Matthew Stafford off the field by staying on the field by converting third downs. They got Doug Baldwin involved early in the offense, and often. Baldwin finished with 11 catches, 107 yards, and a touchdown. And they ran the football. Thomas Rawls with a surprising 161 yards and a touchdown with a Seahawk postseason record. That was fantastic. The defense kept the Lions out of the end zone all day long. Nobody saw that coming. 2 field goals were all that the Lions could muster. Can they do that against the Atlanta Falcons and Matt Ryan, who's had an all-pro season, maybe an MVP season? Last time they played the Falcons, they won the game, but they struggled and actually fell apart in the third quarter. And this time they won't have Earl Thomas. But what they will have is Michael Bennett, who missed half the last game with a knee injury that kept him out for 5 weeks. They will also have Cam Chancellor and Frank Clark, both of which who missed the last time they played in Atlanta. And Thomas Rawls, who of the 161 yards last week, he didn't play last time against the Atlanta Falcons. You run the football in Atlanta, keep Matty Ice on the sideline where he belongs, and the Hawks have a legitimate shot of beating the Atlanta Falcons and going to the NFC Championship game.
This segment is sponsored by Laura Lundeen at Abbey Realty, your realtor for life.
Fellas, we got chicken, we got flank steaks. That's right. What's on the menu? What are we grilling up? Look at this. This is how you pregame for the. Oh my gosh. Oh hey, all right, little pregame activity. Best Fans Video Podcast back again, pregame edition from the playoffs. Matt Case. All right, you already heard Spike O'Neal, and Spike O'Neal is going to be up on that stage in just a bit. He's going to be rocking out, doing his thing with that big old beard that he has. Up next, as we continue on, playoff edition, Dallas Hawk and Bales. We just saw her in the Beast Bus. I got my bubble yum going. Dallas, what's up?
Hey everyone, Dallas Hawk and Bales here, and thank you for sticking around for my segment in the Best Fans Video podcast. What a game! It was exciting, explosive, and overall, awesome! I said hawking, not Anyway, let's start talking about our offense. Things are starting to turn our way. Paul Richardson was balling out of control. All of our receivers were incredible. And speaking of incredible, Rawls had a big game. 27 carries for 167 yards. Good job, Rawls. Pete Carroll said that is what you can expect when everybody is doing their job on offense. Did you see Russell Wilson's block to help Rawls gain that extra 10 yards? It truly shows the determination of our quarterback. He looked like Ricardo Rocket with his ridiculous speed and blocking skills. What a solid win. We held the Lions to just 2 field goals. The defense was in swarming form like we love to see them. They wouldn't let anyone catch that ball. Golden Tate didn't look too thrilled out there. Welcome back to Seattle, Tate, and I'm really sorry your stay here in Seattle wasn't as pleasant. He looked irritated after getting rattled by tackles by Wagner and others. It looks like our defense is starting to develop that trust, that telekinesis that's needed to get back to our dominating ways. We look healthy and complete, which will be much needed for our next game. Now bring on the Dirty Birds. This is going to be an amazing game for us. This is a grudge match. This grudge dates back to 2012. Wilson's rookie year as a QB. We lost that game in the Georgia Dome, unfortunately. Came down to a field goal. Things are a little different from that playoff defeat. Wilson's turning into a veteran. He has been in the postseason every year since he's entered the league, making him highly experienced in these types of situations. That, applied with grit, along with a healthier defense than we had when we played them earlier this season, will make things very interesting. I wonder how Quinn is going to adjust to this game. We have the media against us, and we have Vegas against us. Just the way we like it. We play better going against all odds. When they say we can't, we do. 'Cause we know that we will rock you. We have the experience on our team to get the win. This game is going to be about execution and which team can do it better. One of the most explosive offenses against one of the best defense to ever play football. I'm not worried. It kind of reminds me of Super Bowl 48. A bunch of naysayers. Everybody's saying we can't do this, we can't do that. But guess what we did? Boom. Moving on. I don't have any events to announce for this weekend, but I do have one you guys need to keep your eye out for. The Mighty Alliance is having their 3rd annual Fans Night at the Races at the Evergreen Speedway in Monroe, April 1st at 12:12. This is a great event that I can't wait to attend. It's family friendly and always a blast. So mark your calendars and I'll see you there. And that's all I have for you this week. Miss Boom signing out. Go Hawks. Boom.
What do you do when your septic system starts to fail? That's no small problem, but you can find big relief from A Advanced Septic. A Advanced Septic and Construction Services can provide new septic installations, repair drain fields, and resolve backups. Got other home projects that need concrete work? They can help with retaining walls, decks, driveways, and patios. Get the job done right the first time. A Advanced Septic and Construction Services, helping you from the ground up. This segment is sponsored by A Advanced Septic and Construction Services, serving the Pacific Northwest from the ground up.
Hey, Larry Lomax here. An unexpected medical situation came upon Seahawk fan Dan Nelson, something that most of us would have a difficult time working our way through. But Dan had a whole nother way to transform this tragedy into something very special as a Hawks fan.
Love for the Seattle Seahawks runs deep for the Nelson family.
All my family is except my daughter.
Daniel Nelson, a Seattle native, has lived in El Paso for the last 10 years and has remained a loyal Seahawks fan.
We did become Dallas fans for a little while, but my son said you cannot have 2 wives.
So they picked the Seahawks.
10 years ago, the Seattle Seahawks were pretty pathetic. and we stayed with him.
Daniel also had another passion, working as a commercial truck driver, but nearly a year and a half ago, something went wrong.
My legs went numb.
And it kept getting worse.
The moment we went into UMC, they went, oh my gosh, you got a very rare disease.
Daniel was diagnosed with PANS, a form of vasculitis which affects blood vessels. As the condition worsened, nothing could be done about the gangrene on Daniel's leg.
So my surgeon came in and he says, Dan, I hate doing this, but we have to do below the knee amputation.
The day of his amputation, Daniel received another call. His mother had passed away.
That day, in 45 minutes, I had I'm going to lose my leg. My mother had died in Tacoma.
Daniel pushed through, and when he heard he could pick out what kind of prosthetic leg he wanted, the answer was simple.
I'm going with the Seahawk leg.
His leg is one of a kind, made out of a shirt he designed himself.
I thought maybe it was a print they took off the t-shirt, but it's actually if you look real close, you'll see cloth in there.
Since the amputation, Daniel has been working on his recovery. He recently started walking.
I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to start walking. I'm ready to start getting out there seeing people.
Despite going through what some would call a tragedy, Daniel's spirits remain high and he's ready for what the future has in store for himself and also for his favorite team.
Go Seahawks!
This segment is sponsored by Olympic Crest Coffee, a premier coffee roaster in the heart of the Pacific Northwest.
Friends, Paul Allen is here with us.
Do I look rich?
Paul Allen is with us. Mr. Allen, I want to thank you for all the investment and the belief. And what would you like to say before the game today?
Go Hawks, and let's go beat Atlanta.
Yes, I love it. There he is. There's our owner right there. You're getting after that dog. You got a mouthful, I know. We got her at the wrong time. You keep eating the dog. Go for it. Best Fans Video Podcast. Fans are tailgating here before the game. Matt Case getting excited. Pre-game we are like moments away from kickoff. We got to get into the stadium. So right now, we're going to go to the Fish, Jeff Aaron. He's got the pre-game analysis, the X's and O's, the insight that only he can deliver, the fisherman, Jeff Aaron.
Hey Seahawks fans, welcome to the Best Fans Video Podcast. I'm the Fish, Jeff Aaron, Fox Sports 1380 AM and 95.3 FM. They're calling me Fishstradamus this week. I'm kind of on a roll. Kind of a big deal here in Everett in these parts. I'm on a roll making predictions. Last week, pretty much very accurately predicted all 4 of the wild card playoff games, followed by Clemson's win over Alabama. And I even took Justin Thomas on the PGA Tour, and he won the golf tournament. So kind of a big deal. Let's see if I can do it another week. Let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons, who I deem are a very dangerous team. And the theme for a lot of games being played this week is a rematch. This is a rematch of a 26-24 victory by the Seahawks over the Falcons on October 16th, a game that ended with some controversy over a flag that wasn't thrown on Richard Sherman. Julio Jones did the standard, I'm a wide receiver, where's my flag? Where's my flag? Well, he didn't get it. So we'll see how tight the officials call the game this week, which could be one of the key factors of the game. How much will they let the Seahawks defense get away with when it comes to grabbing, pushing, and interacting with wide receivers? That's where this game could be won or lost. Now, the Falcons can score points to the tune of 33.8 points per game, the best in football. In fact, their offense ranks on the top across the board in almost every category. Number 2 in total offense, number 1 in points scored, number 3 in yards per game, number 5 in rushing per game. Their defense is ranked 25th, so this is a team that scores a lot of points and has outscored its opponents throughout the year. They didn't do it against Seattle. We'll see how it works this time around. But Matt Ryan is an MVP candidate for a guy they call Matty Ice, but he has literally been frozen out of any big game victories for quite a while. So he'll earn a better reputation if he can earn a playoff victory in this contest on his home field. I like the Seahawks' chances in this game, and you can't understate Thomas Rawls' 161 yards rushing last week. That was huge, and Seahawks fans, you know it. But right now, there are some things working for Atlanta. Again, offensively, they're very, very good. Their offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan, is being wooed by a number of teams, and I think he's the one assistant coach that a lot of teams are going to wait for till their season's over, and he'll get a head coaching job, maybe even in Denver as their next head coach, following in the footsteps of his dad, Mike Shanahan. Matt Ryan has thrown for 4,944 yards this year, 38 touchdowns and just 7 interceptions. So we know he's outstanding. Devontae Freeman, I think, is kind of the unsung hero of this offense. He ran for over 1,000 yards, but for me, the measure of a good running back in this day and age isn't the 1,000-yard mark anymore. It's yards per carry. And he's at 4.8 yards per carry. Any running back that gets close to 5, to me, is in the upper echelon, in the upper tier of running backs. And need I say, my feelings have been very clear all year. I know he has injury issues, and if you have him on your fantasy football team, he can drive you to drink and make you lose sleep. Julio Jones, he always seems to be hurt at the end of the year. But when he's healthy, I think he's pound for pound the best wide receiver in football. And he's healthy this week, so keep that in mind. So this game is very clear. The matchups are very simple. Atlanta has a better offense. Seattle has a better defense. Who wins that battle? My hunch is if the Seahawks keep this game close, take that Atlanta crowd out of it. They're not the loudest group of football fans anywhere anyway. So keep the fans out of the game. Keep it close to the fourth quarter. Get Atlanta to doubt themselves, a team that doesn't win very many big games, and it's winnable. But me, this one's a coin toss. You want my official predictions, go see my Facebook page, Jeff Aaron, or see the Fish fan page on Facebook. Not a whole lot to break down about this one. I think everyone's pretty clear the mission ahead. Can you outscore the Atlanta Falcons? For the Best Fans Video Podcast, I'm the Fish, Fox Sports 1380 and 95.3 FM.
Since 1965, Pacific Travel Center has been the place to go for all your camping and travel needs. We're a full-service dealership located in South Tacoma with a variety of new and used campers and travel trailers, ready for you to load up and enjoy with your family. Pacific Travel Center will greet you with an experienced staff, show you an assortment of popular camper and trailer brands, as well as offer a complete parts store and large service department. Pacific Travel Center, putting the RV in travel for over 50 years.
This segment is sponsored by Pacific Travel Center, with ultralight travel trailers since 1987.
Get on it. Yeah, get on it. You got to look both ways when you cross the street, right? Here we go, Seahawks fans. Get ready to cross that street. Hit it. Hit it across the street. Go. Hit it hard. Cross that street. Hit it hard. Cross the street. Come on. Look both. What's happening, Seahawk fans? Matt Case, Best Fans Video Podcast, pregame edition from the playoffs. Hawk Alley. All right. You saw the Fish. You saw what he thought, his analysis before the game. How do you guys feel before the game?
Feel pretty damn good.
You feel good? Are you ready? Really I might need you to get in there and run the ball. Can you run it?
Yeah. We'll
Slot Razor Red, 62.
Quick
All right. Hopefully we're going to be going on. It might be Atlanta. Do you think we're going to do good against Atlanta?
I think so.
All right. You heard it right here. We'll see. Playoffs continue on the Best Fans Video Podcast. Go Hawks. That hole. Go for it, man. Go for it like that fullback. All right. Just like Cliff Averill right here. Boom. Playoffs. What's happening? How you doing? We might need you on the O-line too. Look at this guy. Something's burning. What is that burning in the air?
I know.
You smell that? That ain't barbecue. That ain't barbecue.